Hi guys! So today's video is all about Lush. As some of you are aware, I no longer work at Lush. I, as of last week, no longer work at Lush. So I thought I'd do a video. It kind of popped into my head, so I thought I'd do a video on working at Lush. So if you want to watch it, great. If you don't, stop. So yeah, working for Lush. First of all, I didn't leave because of any incidents or arguments or dislike for the company or anything like that. I left because I needed full-time work, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get that, or full-time hours from Lush. So I was very lucky, and I was offered a training job, well, for now, and then I will hopefully train and I will become a dental technician. Some people look at me with quite weird looks, like, dental technician? That's a bit strange. Basically, what a dental technician is, for me, is that eventually I will be making dentures and the process up to that point. But I will talk about that in another video. But yeah, I'm very, very excited about it. It means I can be creative and I can zone out and I can just do my thing, and I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, I start that soon. But like I said, if you want to, I'll probably end up doing a video even if you don't want to see one, because that's the kind of vlogger I am. Have I got something on my face? I have. Yes, I have. Anyway, so working for Lush. My experience for working for Lush has been awesome. I can't complain, to be honest. I have made friends and I absolutely love them to absolute bits. I have fallen in love with a company that, I do absolutely love Lush. My skin is better, my hair is better ever since I've been using Lush full time. Majority of my cosmetic toiletries are Lush now, because I feel that working with natural products or natural ingredients is a lot more beneficial to my skin and to my hair than working with something that has too many nasty elements to them. So yeah, I am a huge fan of Lush. Like I said, I didn't leave because I was made to leave or anything like that, because I think they would have wanted to keep me. They probably would have kept me in well, they did threaten me to keep me in the attic. That wasn't realistic. Well, they wouldn't have really done it, but I wouldn't have minded living in the attic. Imagine living in Lush. That would have been cool. But anyway, I digress. So yeah. So I guess I'll go through how I started working there just shy of a year ago. I got so much training from my management team, and then from the rest of the staff as well, and learning, like, as I'm going. If you like learning as you're working, then Lush is a really good place for that. There's so many different kinds of ingredients and oils and scents and fragrances and everything, that you learn so much. I was still learning until the day I left. The day before I left, I still went to a team meeting. I didn't need to, but I wanted to learn about all the Mother's Day stuff and the spring stuff and the Easter stuff. Excuse me, that's really rude. Sorry. Oh, I'm very tired. So, so yeah, if you like learning while you're working, Lush is really cool for that. I can only discuss my experience from working at Lush. Like, obviously every store is different, but the store that I worked at in Truro, it was awesome. Like I said, I got on really well with the rest of the staff. I made some good friends, and I still am in contact with them. I'm seeing one of them tomorrow, yay! So yeah, it's a nice place to work. especially because the atmosphere is on a high in my place. We're not fake, we are us. I could be myself, and my confidence grew because of it. I could wear black lipstick during the day at work and no one cared. I could keep my hair the same colour and that was fine. I was known as the girl with green hair to customers if they didn't know me. And that's the thing, I got to know customers. I got to know them when they came in and remember what they bought, and it was more than just a retail shop. It really is. You don't go into Lush, or that's what we like to do, or liked to do, was, and what I like to do. I didn't like people to just come in and then walk out with something that they're not quite sure how it worked, or if it was right for them. So I would spend a lot more time with them. And you know, if it meant that I was with them for 25 minutes, then it meant I was with them for 25 minutes. But they left with something they were comfortable with and they were happy with. Comfortable with using, I mean. And that's how it was working, you know, that's what they want, the management wants, you know, they want you to take the time with customers, not rush them through like cattle. And there's something more personal and, well, yeah, I guess personal about the service that you get at my branch, or was my branch. I'm going to call it my branch because it's still my branch, because it always will be. So yeah, my confidence did grow, and that's partly because of working with a great team, but also having incredibly lovely customers. Now, it could be just the area that I live in, or lived in, or I don't know, but Lush tend to get really, really lovely customers. Christmas, completely different. Christmas, you get everybody in. But during the rest of the year, you do tend to get people in who genuinely love Lush and they want to have a chat with you, or they want to discuss a product because they're not quite sure on it, and they compliment you because we compliment them, because I got so many ideas for so many different bags and shoes and makeup and so on and so forth just by customers coming in and be like, love your bag, where'd you get your bag from? A majority of the time they got it 4 years ago from India, you know, so I could never get hold of it. But it was nice. I liked having a chat, because I am a chatter, I'm a chatterbox, what can you say? But I did enjoy that aspect of the job, and I never felt like I was being watched because I was spending too much time with the customer, because quite frankly there's never too much, as long as the customer's getting what they want from the consultation. So yeah, I really enjoyed that aspect of the job. I'm not going to go into discount or pay, just that the pay and the discount is very good. They're probably the best that I've ever had from any other retail company. They like to look after their staff. That's all I'm going to say about that. If you want to know about that, then go on to somebody else's that discuss it, because I won't discuss it. Because quite frankly, I wouldn't go into a New Look or Next or any other shop and go, so how much discount you get? Or how much do you get paid? I just wouldn't. That's really, really, quite frankly, rude. And we used to get that actually, and that kind of annoyed me. I always used to say, yeah, no, we get a good discount. That's all I'm going to tell you. So, because Lush don't like you talking about it, because I think sometimes that can be a reason why people want to work for the place, not because they truly want to work there. So, yeah, I think it is good to have some knowledge about the company or the products. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. You can still work for Lush because you do still get training. When I applied, I did use Lush, but not as much as I do now. And, you know, I got all the training in the world that I needed. Certain things I didn't get as much training on, but it's a busy shop. So, and most of it I didn't really need to know. So, but yeah, what else can I say? I liked working for a company that their ethics and their values were the same as mine, and I felt proud of working for Lush. I felt like I'm working for a company that is trying, and that is all you can ask from a company. People tend to think because we're on the high street we're lower end, but actually we're high end cosmetics, with a huge ethicness to say to it. Because and this is one thing that I want to point out and add to this video. It's kind of going off on a tangent a little bit, but excuse me, I was reading, this is a couple of months back now, this whole thing, you know, because obviously Lush are vegetarian, vegan, they've got vegan like 80% I think it is, vegan line, and also are cruelty free, can't forget that. And I think it was a vegan or vegetarian or somebody who went, I can't believe they always go on about how the fact that they're vegetarian, vegan, most of the companies, or sorry, no, not vegetarian, vegan, cruelty free. Now, obviously, we all know that if you sell within the UK or manufacture within the EU, sorry, that you can't test on animals for cosmetic reasons. Obviously, China and stuff is completely different. So they were like, well, you know, then they don't shout about it and blah, 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 blah. Quite frankly, if Lush want to shout about the fact that they're cruelty-free and that they're vegan and that they're vegetarian, so they should. The amount of customers that I had come into my shop, and had no idea that we were cruelty-free or vegan or vegetarian or completely vegetarian. Had no idea. And then when I would say, you know, there are other companies like, so for like Barry M, for instance, had no idea that Barry M were completely vegetarian and cruelty free and have a huge vegan line. Barry M should be shouting it from the rooftops that they are cruelty free. If you are a cruelty free company, you do not sell within mainland China or any other country that by law you have to test on animals, then you should be shouting it from the rooftops. You should be proud of the fact that you don't test on animals. You shouldn't have to hide it or pretend, like, you know, it's not gloating and it's not boasting. It's being proud of what you believe in, you know, end of. There's so much to Lush that customers don't know about. Like, you can find it out, and it's not like they're lying or they're holding back truths or anything like that, but like about where they get their cocoa butter from, where they get their honey from, where they get all their ingredients from. It's not just they go to the supermarket or they go to a manufacturer or distributor and pick it all up. No. They fly over to that area that they're picking it up from or they're trading with, and they make sure that they're all well paid, that the area is or the company that they're working for, the workforce that are working for the company are well paid and well looked after and so on and so forth. They won't buy just from anyone. You have to be a legit company to sell to Lush. There is so much work that goes into Lush that they don't talk about because that's what the staff do. Lush don't advertise. The reason why they don't advertise is that they put that money back into elsewhere. Their staff talk about it and advertise for them. And the demonstrations that they do and so on and so forth is an advertisement for them. And now obviously you've got YouTubers and Instagram and Facebook, and they all kind of like help the cause of spreading the word about Lush. But yeah, that really does get on my wick. Really, really does. Because people, I hear it a lot. Oh, they're always going on about the fact that they're cruelty free and they're vegetarian. Is what I say. I'm not going to say that too loud because my parents are downstairs and they will wallop me at 30. But yeah, no, if you're like, and I think every company that is cruelty free, vegan, vegetarian, or has a vegan and vegetarian line should be shouting it from the rooftops. If you don't like it, go suck on a very sour grape. The grape? Apple. I don't know. I'm not very good with insults. But, yeah. So, like I was saying, that is one of the things that I really love about Lush, is that there's so much care and attention to detail when it comes to the ingredients. The ingredients that you get are either from a different country that have been really, that everybody gets paid fairly and looked after, and the same working environment that everybody deserves, and Lush make sure that happens. To the local farmers and stuff like that. They go through boxes and boxes and boxes of fresh fruit that come from local and not so local. I love the fact that they have a charity pot. I'm a huge charity pot fan. Charity pot is a hand and body lotion, and it gives back. They don't take any money from the or profit from the pot, other than having to pay VAT, because it's not actually, like, I don't think, because we're not a charity, you still have to pay VAT or something. I could be wrong on that, but so yeah, they have to pay VAT, which is like 20%, I think, of the amount. I'm not 100% sure on that either, but anyway, so charity pot goes to charities and helps people set up charities or maintain charities that are donation based and volunteer based, and they don't get help from big ass companies that drill money into them. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of that. I just love their ethics, absolutely love their ethics. So yeah, if you're as passionate about it as majority of the people that work there are, then I suggest you check Lush out as a work environment. The team that I worked for were absolute assholes, and I hate them all because they smell like donkey poo. I'm joking. I love them dearly. I am very fortunate to have worked with a group of lovely, lovely people, and very funny and interesting characters, because they were all different, and I loved that about them. And if you guys go into the Lush Truro, you'll know what I mean. They're awesome. I'm going to have to stop talking about it because I'm getting a little upset about it, because I do miss them greatly. But I get to see one of them tomorrow, so that's all good. And I'm going to go in next week and see them. So anyway, but I did get on with my little family. Yeah. So I'm going to stop talking about that. Anyway, what else? Downsides of working to Lush. Okay. You will be asked a lot, do you work at Lush? And you go, yeah. And they'll go, it's just I can smell it. You do constantly smell like Lush. That isn't a downside, by the way. It isn't. None of it is a downside, to be honest. You do constantly smell like Lush. Your clothes smell like Lush. Which is nice, because it means that you don't have to worry that you're going to smell of BO all the time. This is a challenging part of Lush, not a downside, just the challenging part of it. You will get people who will try and challenge you on the ethics of the company, the ingredients, especially things like SLR, preservatives, and so on and so forth. People will try and challenge you on that. If you are not a vegetarian or a vegan and you still work there, because you are allowed to work there if you eat meat. Strange enough, you are. It's not strange, because you're entitled to. But yeah, you will get people asking you if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, and obviously just ask them to not ask you that. it's none of their business, quite frankly. But yeah, there are some things people do sometimes want to get into debates with you, or these big ass conversations with you about vegetarianism and veganism and what your views and opinions are on certain things. And it is difficult because it's not the place. I've had it a few times, and I will engage, but not to the point where I was giving my opinion and my views on anything, because there was also a shop full of other people who didn't come into a shop to be preached at. And that's not what Lush is about. We also had people want a brand bash. We don't do that at Lush. Well, I never did, because, quite frankly, Lush speaks for itself. We don't need to diss other companies to do so. But yeah, so that, I suppose, is a bit of a downside. The other downside to it is that when you get paid, the majority of it goes on Lush. They may as well have paid me in products, I'm just saying. Yeah, I suppose it's not really a downside, is it? But yeah, you do spend, because you could become dependent on some of the things that you have to use it. I'm gonna miss that. I'm not, actually. It means that I'm gonna have more money. So yeah, my overall experience of working for Lush has been a positive one and a really good one. And quite frankly, if that side of the dentistry doesn't work out for me, then I would quite happily go back to the shop that I worked at, because I loved it. I'm not a big fan of resale, gotta admit. Don't really like customers. I don't really like talking to people. I'm a bit of a hermit, really. I like to talk, but I don't know. Engaging, it was difficult. But yeah, but I never had that at Lush. I had some awesome customers, and customers that I'm truly going to miss. I had one lady, I called her the disco bead lady, because she has disco beads. By the way, they're in Newquay, and they are amazing. Just pop in disco beads, Newquay. They have a website. Their jewellery is awesome. I absolutely love it, and I don't have one. I'm really gutted about that. But I'm really sorry for referring to you as disco bead lady. But I never got your name. Or I may have, but I'm really bad with names. But I think I might send this. They've got a Facebook page. I might send this to her Facebook, because she was lovely. I really loved her. She was lovely, and I was really happy when she came into the shop. I'm gonna miss her. I'm gonna miss having a chat with her, and and see how she is, and seeing how the shop's doing. I might actually pop into the shop. I can still see them. But yeah, we used to have people with learning disabilities coming in, and they came in every week, and they loved being there, and I'd have a huge conversation with them, and it made me really happy to see their faces and see how excited they get to see the new products and stuff like that, and you'd get young kids coming in every week, sometimes every day, and you get to know these people, and you get to know their lives, and because they discuss themselves with you, and they want to know about you, and they want to know, you ask them how your day's been, and how's school, and and I am gonna miss that. I have to admit, I am gonna miss that. But yeah, so working for Lush isn't just like working for a normal retail company. I know there are videos out there that are quite negative towards Lush, and I find that a lot of them are US based. I'm not sure on what goes on with the US. I think they're franchised. I'm not 100% sure if that's true anymore, but working, I've never had a problem with the people that I work with. Just saying. Sometimes I'm grumpy, but they never. upset me or argued with me or made me feel like a hoe. Saying a hoe. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm so tired. But yeah, please, 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 if you are thinking about you need a new like part-time job or that you want to work for Lush, please give Lush a go. It is an awesome company to work for. So it's been 25 minutes of talking a lot, so I thought I would end that there. Yeah. So, ciao for now, amigos. I'm going to be doing a few more videos soon because I have a little bit more time to myself, so I will do some more videos for you. So, take it easy, and I will see you soon. Bye.